Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. This is Connie. I'm going to be sharing with you today how to put together this ornament. I'll give you the dimensions and everything. The gingerbread design, the face, is from Kadoodle Designs. It's the Baking Gingers head. And when it's all grouped together, I just put everything on top of each other. The final piece is 1.691 inches wide and then 1.691 inches high. So my snowflake is about 3 inches in diameter. So that's, if you can see here, a pretty good dimension. Otherwise it gets too big and it covers up the snowflake. So the bow, the green part of the bow there, it is from Little Scraps of Heaven Designs. It's the 3D bow, I think it's called. You get two different types of bows. One with a wider, the bow part is wider. I used the narrow one of the two, and then I just put the back piece, the bow part, and then the little tie. I put everything on top of each other, so when it's grouped, the widest part of it is 2.375 wide by 0.471 inches high. So just to give you an idea, and I'll try to remember to put the dimensions in the description box. So I did get these bows off of AliExpress. They come with this little silver tie. Now this one, I didn't realize this, I just saw it today. This one I just tied, you can see it, on one of these little, I'll give it here, one of these little pieces here, and then had it hang up. Well, today I realized, I think, yeah, in several of these, there is a tiny little hole. I had to finish poking it through, but there is a hole, and that's where I tied this. And I recommend tying this on first so you can get your head and everything straight on there. Otherwise it's a little bit more difficult. This will also help it hang straighter. So I thought it's kind of odd, but sometimes it's late when I'm doing things. So anyway, I'm going to start and get the bow going first. I'm going to do the paper piecing here. I'm not sure if everyone is aware. I'm looking for my bone folder. Of course, I thought I had everything. As usual, I don't. But I have to wait for glue to dry. So what I'm doing is taking this little tiny tie piece that'll go around the middle and just curving it a little bit with my bone folder. Excuse my fingers, they're probably full of ink. I didn't even look at that. I was working on some stuff this morning. Okay, this is then gonna form the bow part of it, and I just take my bone folder, and it just helps it to curl a little bit is all it's doing. So I have a paper clip, mini paper clip holding my computer up because my table's so warped. It causes a lot of problems. But it works, so hey. Okay, so then what I do, this is the back of the bow. I just do this one at a time. I'm gonna just put a little bit of glue on the tip. These are so small to work with. And then I just kind of bring it almost to the center, hold it for just a bit. They don't stay very well on their own. I'm going to use the tweezers for a moment, and then I'll switch it off. Just because it's curled paper, it's got to be trained, so it still doesn't always hold right. Okay, and then got that side. And what I do is I just put my paper clip there to hold it for a while. And then I'll glue it on here in a bit. But I'm going to work on my face first. So I'm going to put my cheeks on first because the icing part of it is going to cover those up if I don't do it right away. I've got quite a mess here, excuse me. And you can use, I don't know if you're aware, you can use, if you have makeup that you don't like anymore or changed colors, whatever, you can certainly use that on your paper pieces also. I use a little more red on my gingerbread. I don't know why. I just tend to do that. And then I'm going to put her little freckles in right away too. Get my pen going this morning. Doesn't look very even for sizes and stuff. I don't know. Here. A little better. Okay. Bear with me, my computer's just said it's all off now. Okay. I'm going to come back to my bow a minute just because I want to keep that going. I'm going to glue it onto here. I just put a little bit of glue in the center, don't need a lot. And I'm going to let that dry again a little bit just because I want it good and dry before it, and I'll make sure it holds before I put the center on. So just be a moment. I'm gonna go ahead and put this icing on her head. Get her head straight here. And just put a little bit of glue on. I did put a little bit of blue ink on the icing just so it shows up better, and it gives a little bit of a glow to it in a way. Now some of her freckles are going to get covered up. That's okay. It's just the way it is. Making sure this is somewhat straight over there without my tweezers. Sorry I'm jumping around, but this is how I do it when I got my hand lately. I want to be able to get everything kind of done at the same time. So I put a dot of glue in the middle to hold this. And get that little bit off. And then I just turn this around and I bend these first to the back, and then I come in and I glue them, and then I put the tweezers back on or whatever I can find to hold it. I'm sure I have a smaller paper or clothespin somewhere, but I know I have more tweezers in here. I'm just looking for another tweezers. I have a little bit of everything. Okay, wonderful. There, that will hold it. And I don't know if I like this bow real well. I might change it out. I might put what I want to say, I might put a cloth one on, just a ribbon bow. I'm not sure. But I'm going to go ahead and work on her rest of her face. Everything wants to stick this morning to my fingers. Someone had asked, you know, how I cut my smaller pieces. I'm going to move the camera a moment. It wants to tip down. I use I'm pretty sure it's the premium fine point blade. It's got the white tip on it. I think some of them have gray. I get the one with the white. It lasts a lot longer and it cuts. I have much better luck cutting. Lasts a lot longer, but that's just what I choose to use. And then a lot of times I use a lower setting, and then I will cut twice. So just figuring out, I don't want them too high, but I don't want them too low either. Her mouth might be a little big, but I'm going with it. I drew that on with the Cricut. I used, it's a PNG file from a Gingerbread, and just took everything out but the mouth, and I'm not sure which one it is. I've had it forever. I think it's from Cuddly Cute Designs. I'm not sure. Something looks off. I can't do things. I'm going to take her nose off a minute till I do her face. I have a struggle doing things when I can't be right overhead, so. I'll do her eyelashes with this, but some detailing with a I have to think about what I'm doing lately. I can't just do it by remote, so just do it. So that little red that's right below her eye will come off again. Okay, this might be a challenge. I might have to hopefully not get my head in there. This is one of those times that I really appreciate these little eyeliner wands. I don't remember what they're called, but just the size of them. I do have a very tiny paintbrush I would use otherwise, but this works so much nicer. I have to pick it up and kind of see where I'm at here. Blow some chalk dust off. Okay. Eyebrows. Our eyelashes, good grief. I know what I'm talking about. Got this out. I will just do My pen doesn't want to cooperate today. Try again. Doing these eyes a little different. Just gonna put little dots in and she looks weird without her nose, but I need to finish the chalking, so excuse my reach again. Hopefully, I'm sorry if I'm not in frame. I was fixing, I had just a black spot on her white of the eye, so I take a white Jelly Roll pen and fix that. And then that one eye just looked a little off, and it still kind of does, but I'm gonna leave it. I might come back and fix it, I don't know. What I'm doing is taking, see if I can see upside down. It's burnt sienna, burnt sienna sage, oh gosh, burnt sienna shade is what it's called. And I'm going under her eyes here. I don't know if you can see it, shadows it a little bit. Gives it quite a bit of character when you do that. It's kind of wild. It's just the only one I struggle to get the lid on. And if I don't, I'll have it all over. So, okay, then I don't always use my brush sticks for highlighting with white, especially when it's a little bit smaller area. I will come back and fix this. I'm not completely done with that. This one I probably will. It's just I had too much on. Just putting a little in the middle and get off her eyes. Sorry, I'd hoped this to be a short video, but since I'm doing the paper piecing, it's never a short video because I don't speed them up, so. Okay. Then I will put her nose back on if I can. Oh, good, I can find it. Now, if you wanted to dress it up, you could certainly use white glitter paper or add glitter to the icing on her face. Get this on straight. I just used regular icing or regular paper. I don't put the bow on yet. I'm going to take this, and so it's going to be hanging like this. Make sure you leave room for the bow at the bottom, okay? What I do to glue this on, because I don't use hot glue, I burnt an outlet in a house once, and I fried it, and I thought we were going to have the whole house had to be rewired, but not all the glue guns' fault, by the way, but I just don't use them anymore. I'm not a lover of them. Sorry, I'm putting the lid on my other glue. I forget to do that and I have a mess. Okay, let's see, get the Glossy Accents going. This bottle is just about empty and it's not new anymore, and could have had it started, but it wouldn't stay, so I don't know if there's other adhesive that would probably work. I have no idea. Sorry, and I don't want to stop the video. So I apologize. I think it might come out. So what I do is on the piece around in the center, I put glue there, and I just, oh yeah, it's coming out plenty fine. And then I go up a little bit on all of the pieces coming out. Also, what a good idea is to do, I'll just find a piece of paper here. Put a piece of paper down behind this. Okay, then you don't have glue everywhere. And remember where your center is, so my center is right there. So we want to get this centered as best we can on there. And I see I forgot her eyebrows. I will try those on in a minute. I just want to hold this a minute while it dries, or so it can take hold. If you have an acrylic black, that would be a good thing to put on to hold it to for a while. I didn't have any problems. I just let mine set overnight and it was fine. So it just took off by itself. Let me draw the eyebrows on here first and come back in and ink or chalk those. And I put a little bit of brown chalk on that. I don't know if there's much left on here, but oh yeah. Okay. The only other thing is to put the bow on. Also a good idea. Now that's just going on her chin. I'm just going to use art glitter glue, and I'm just going to stick with this bow. That's fine. I gotta have it in front of me, or right side up somewhat. Try to make sure I miss her mouth is the only thing on there. And then what I do is take something that I can kind of reach underneath or in that bow, kind of press it down some. If your bows get curled, just take a paintbrush that'll fit in there and just work with it to curl it. It's good. And then the other thing I'm going to do, try to be kind of careful here, is put glue on her nose. Maybe. And it will dry shiny and glossy like that. But that is it. That is the finished product. So thank you all for watching. If you have any questions, be sure to leave a comment and I'll get back to you. Thank you. Have a good day.